Wentz now on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Wide open, Gronkowski. Rob Gronkowski. There he goes. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Rob Gronkowski, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers, or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the rookie first rounder from LSU, it's Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Throwing now is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback, because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. It's a big run that time by Bell. 51 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
2nd down following the incompletion. Shotgun now for Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This is caught. Gronkowski. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through two.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Damian Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
And our statistician, Ben Ramsauer, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss only in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme, come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. He spins free. And now running right through him. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 34 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go play action here on first down. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does because your goal is to move the quarterback.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Again, it's Fournette. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Rodgers going to throw. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Pushes him over. Oh, and now he bowls him over.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Field, and that brings up 2nd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there.
Gronkowski's going to go. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Rob Gronkowski with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be...
Broncos coming hard, and it's blocked. It's picked up, and this is a live ball, remember. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to have a third down. The Chiefs on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun. Rodgers. And incomplete here on third down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Riley Dixon now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Able to slither by. And now the spin. A great return there of 22 yards. And Denver getting set to take the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for...
Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Le'Veon Bell with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Broncos continue to pour it on. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. Now a play fake. Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Wentz will try again on second down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Mike Wallace, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Broncos add on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And we take some time to spotlight T.Y. Hilton now. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. On second down, here's Rodgers. He'll find the rookie from La Tech. It's Carlos Henderson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Rodgers now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. Not to turn away any of our viewers, but worth mentioning, I suppose. No team has ever come back from a deficit of this size and won an NFL game. The largest ever was 32 by the Bills over the Oilers in 1993. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Rodgers to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Pressure comes, but it doesn't prevent him from getting off a good one here. This is brought in at the 21. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Personal foul, Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, here's your bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Carlos Henderson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily, fell incomplete.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And Tate's got it. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers looking middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, and that'll make it third down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. William Hayes with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Play action. Now Wentz. And the reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play.
He's got it at the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Mike Wallace with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos continue to pour it on.
You having fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. And that play was vintage Derek Johnson. Made a play in the backfield. In college, he did as an outside linebacker. Used speed to get to the backfield. Now, a bulked-up inside linebacker with multiple Pro Bowls on his resume.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a big.
We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Rodgers. And he's got his man Hilton. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. That is incomplete. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Rodgers again now. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Jabal Sheard. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here. Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Brendan, every great running backs coach that I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a first down carry by Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Again, it's Bell. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll try and run it in with Bell. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. He can't get him down. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff in.